Hello everyone, and welcome back to Everyday Husband Quotes, the channel for marriage advice, marriage entertainment, and everything else marriage. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel.
But look, girl, let's get into it because I got some I need to know about.
Okay, let's bring it on, honey.
And what y'all got going on over there. So look, first things first, Marie, listen. Now, I've been tuning in, and trying to get the scoop and, figure some things out now. So you and your husband, y'all divorced and got remarried.
Okay, wait, Melody, hold up. Okay. We got a divorce. We split up and we got a divorce. And we got right back together, like the ink wasn't even dried up on the paper yet. So within maybe 3 months, 2 months.
Okay.
After we divorced, we got right back together, and we decided to come together, and he was willing to work on, some of the things that he wasn't doing quite right. So, I was willing to try it again.
And
so we got back together. Yeah, we got back together, and we had planned to remarry. Of course, like when we first started filming, we were married, but then we got a divorce. And then when we started back filming, we were divorced, but we were working on remarrying. But he just couldn't get it right, and I just kind of, it's time for me to just let you live your best life, the life that you desire, and let me just go on your way.
Yeah, so and sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to, let certain people remove, and they'll remove themselves, to be honest.
Absolutely.
But I feel and can relate for you when it comes to that, of course. So super prayers of strength and just encouragement your way with all of that. I'm publicly going through my own first. So sister to sister, I understand.
Yeah.
Because I was watching one of them episodes and you was like, he didn't come home one night.
But Melanie.
Nights before that either, y'all had separate houses. I was like, what is going on?
And really, to be honest, Melody, a lot of things I allowed before we got married, I allowed when we got married. So, a lot of his behavior, it falls on me because I allowed it.
Yeah.
And then I, had enough and said, you know what, this has to stop. Well, you've been letting me do this all the time, and it wasn't a problem. So you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Where are y'all now? So where are you guys now? Your relationship and the marriage and everything.
Well, of course, we are divorced, and we did not get remarried. It didn't happen.
I'm sorry.
I seen him for the first time at the, at the reunion.
Yeah.
And we've been co-parenting, and I've moved on. I'm not technically in a relationship, but I am seeing someone that's kind of
the way you looking, I ain't surprised.
But I'm just taking one day at a time.
Absolutely.
And I just like for things to just kind of flow. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, like I said, I send great words, just positivity your way. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying, and know that things happen the way they're supposed to, how they're supposed to. At the end of the day,
absolutely.
If a person isn't meeting the expectations that you've set, then what are you left to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then too, Melanie, we were together 12 years. I was in my 20s when we got together. So I was young. I was in the middle of building my career. I was in school. So, I didn't care about him traveling and doing those, the things that he wanted to do because I was focused on building my empire. But once I accomplished that and I became more settled, I'm like, I want someone to be here with me, to spend time with, and not, so much of the traveling and, all this other stuff. I wanted some togetherness,
And I get that. And, there was a recent study that was done that said people change every 5 to 7 years. So as people are changing and as people are growing, you have to be willing to kind of change with them as well if you're in a marriage. Like how you said you started wanting more time and doing more together versus the traveling. So the person has to love you enough to be like, you know what, babe? okay, I hear you. You know, let me take a step back and maybe switch some things up.
Right. Right. And then, too, you know, Melody, like when, you know, I got married Valentine's Day of 2016. So, you know, during my wedding, I was extremely ill. And I didn't know what was wrong with me. And I, you know, a few months later, I, you know, found out that I was diagnosed with lupus. So I was bedridden for a year. And, you know, my husband, we're newlyweds, and he was just traveling the world, living his best life, baby, while I was in the bed, not knowing if I was going to survive this or not. I mean, it was literally that bad where I couldn't care for myself. And he wasn't here for me during that time. Yeah. You know, now, is he a bad person? I'm not saying that. He's a great person. But I don't feel like he was ready for the commitment of being what a husband should be to his wife. I
got you. Like I said, kudos to you.
Thank you.
You are a beautiful, successful, intelligent woman. You are doing the damn thing. You hear me?
Thank you. So let me ask you. So, you know, with you being so successful, you are a family woman, just like I am, with children. You know, you're married. So how
almost divorced now.
Almost. Okay, well, you almost divorced. Okay. So how are things there in your home state for you when you became, a part of reality TV? What was that experience like for you?
You know, honestly, I will say, of course, it brings a lot more attention to you. A typical grocery store run that you maybe once could do. More people know you. And I say more people because before I was on TV, I was already involved in the community. A lot of people already knew me. I was on different boards. I was doing a lot of things for the community already. So a lot of people already recognized me anyway. But of course, television takes it to a whole nother level.
It does.
It absolutely does. I'm sure y'all feeling it over there in Jackson.
And Melody, I am the type of person, all my life, I've lived like a bubble. What I mean by that is my family, my children, my immediate family, my children, my business, my husband, and I don't let people into my life, in my personal space. For me, it's been like horrible here for me, like the haters and the scrutiny, and just, it's been a lot to deal with. But hey, I'm built for it because my dad, being that my dad is a veteran, he raised me as a single parent. And he always used to tell me, my brother and I, don't care what people have to say about you. So what? People will talk about you all the days of your life. So that's stuff in my mind. So, now that I'm an adult, and this may sound kind of crazy, but when people say negative things about me, and when they talk about me, it fuels me in a good way. It's like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna turn it a little bit higher on you. Like, it motivates me. Where some people, it may depress them, but for me, it fuels me. It makes me go harder and stronger. It motivates me. It makes me happy to see that because, in my mind, okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do now. I'm unstoppable because what God has for me is for me. And it's nothing nobody can do about it.
Absolutely.
That's my mindset.
That is so right. And, I would encourage you to let the people talk. The more they talk, the more they're keeping you relevant.
The more you popping, baby.
Absolutely. The more they're keeping you relevant. I will say that one thing I like to do, and this is what I would say, especially with you being new in reality TV, focus on the people who are sending positivity your way. Of course, you're going to get DMs. You're going to get comments that are negative. You're going to get comments that are positive. Focus on the positive people who are trying to, just give you good vibes. Focus on them. Show appreciation to them. Write them back. I love
But Melody, listen, let me say this to you. And, to my fans, I love y'all. I love y'all. But I shut off my comments on my personal social media pages. And the reason why, Melody, is because people are so ugly and so mean, and I have to protect my personal space. So if you're not down with me, you don't like me. Don't get on my page.
Ain't no personal space.
But listen, listen. one of my fans wrote me and said, this was the reality check for me. It made me look at things in a different perspective. She was like, Marie, she commented on Twitter, because it's not, I don't have anything blocked over there. She was like, Marie, you have fans who love you. We want to interact and you know, interact with you, but you don't have you turned your comment off. You know, you have fans that love you. Turn it back on.
Absolutely. Turn the comments on, okay? Let me tell you, the people, now I'm going to tell you, I tell my people this all the time when I go live. My block game is quick. But let me tell you how I am. If I have time today, you know, clap back. I'm going to clap back just so you can read it. Then I'm going to delete and block you.
Well, I have done that. That's what now, Melanie, that's what I have been doing. Like, when they say something, I clap back and then I block them, because I don't have to, you know, like, but some people you got to give front row. You got to give them front row seat and let them see. So what I'm going to do after today, I'm going to give the haters front row seat so they can see what God is doing in my life, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. So that's my plan. I'm going to give them front row.
Turn them comments back on.
I'm going to turn them back on, Melody. I'm going to
be on there commenting positive things, though. I tell people all the time, I can't even remember a time I've scrolled through, you know, social media and took the time to stop to write something negative about a person. If it's something I don't like, I just keep scrolling. I saw a picture of a celebrity the other day. I didn't like her hair, and I saw it. I said, oh, that ain't cute, but I didn't stop to say that ain't cute. I kept scrolling.
But you know, Melody, and I got to be honest, with them comments turned off, I don't have to worry about nobody saying nothing. I don't have to, you know, because people are so ugly, Mel. Like,
yes.
Just like
they come at you because they probably see your strong personality.
Yeah.
That puts a target on your back, right? But, you know, and let me say this, there's nothing wrong with taking a break here and there, you know what I'm saying, to let yourself come back together. But then you got to turn them comments back on, and you got to keep growing your brand and do it, you know? So, like I said, you have a strong personality, you're very successful, that automatically put a target on your back. But you got it, I promise.
Oh yeah, I got this. I'm going to turn them comments back on, and as soon as they say something I don't like, I'm not gonna say anything. You're blocked.
Yeah, blocked.
You're blocked.
Absolutely. Because for sure. And you know, speaking of that, I want to ask you about something else that I saw.
Come on.
Is Letitia is her name, right? Letitia,
yes.
Your friend. Oh, I love you guys' relationship that I see so far. Y'all just seem to be so supportive of one another, and I think it's so great to see Black women just really supporting one another. And I saw the clip where, as a friend, she was there. It was something with your son, and she was so comforting to you during that moment. It was a very emotional moment, and when I saw that, my heart, I was just like, first my heart dropped because of what you were dealing with your son. And I have a son. I have 4 kids, 3 girls and a son. And I couldn't imagine how I would feel if my child, any of my kids, affect me in such a way. So my heart went out to you. And then to see her being there to comfort you in that moment, it was just beautiful. So where are you guys now? You know, your son, and how is y'all's relationship?
Melody, our relationship is great. It always has been. My son, he's always been respectful to me. Never. This is not something that, you know, that's been going on like a continuing situation. You know, and then, you know, the fact that he got 3 babies, all within 1 year. His basketball career, he's on basketball scholarship. So his basketball season didn't go well the year that he got the 3 babies. So he had a major setback. You see? So he didn't, when it came time for him to go to school, he didn't have that many offers. The offers he had a lot of offers on the table in the beginning of the season. But when, as the season progressed and he wasn't conditioning like he was supposed to have, he got off track. He had all these babies. And then when it came time for him to select a school, he didn't have many offers on the table. So I'm like, Jay, you need to reset. And he became agitated. He was frustrated, and he just blew up. Wow. So it was just like a pressure built up with him, with his career, not, going, not turning out the way that he, anticipated.
That since he was a younger boy, in terms of the way he thought his career and the path would go for him, and seeing all of that based on other decisions he made, just being at risk, I guess, right? His career.
Well, I mean, like, he didn't have a great basketball season on the court.
On the court.
Where he had a lot of offers on the table. They went away when he didn't play well during the season. Okay, instead of you, like my boys, they stay in the gym year round, where he should have been in the gym. He wasn't in the gym. He's staying up all night kicking it with the girls. You see what I'm saying? So when he go and it's time to play in a game, you don't have your legs up under you. You can't perform. You done got laid all night.
And all the strength was gone.
All the strength was gone. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of pressure was built up, with him. And then that particular night, you chose a school, and you didn't. I mean, you sat down with me and your grandfather and the rest of your immediate family. When it came to making decisions and choosing schools, then all of a sudden what makes this time so different?
Right.
You're supposed to consult with me, even though you're on basketball scholarship. I'm financially supporting you and your babies, and they didn't be here. I don't care how they got here, and I don't care what people say. Them babies are innocent, and they are a blessing to be here.
That's right. Absolutely.
They are a blessing to be here at the end of the day. However they got here.
That's right, and we see that you love your grandbabies.
And as long as I got blood running through my veins, they will be okay. And when I clock out of here, they will be okay. Okay, so it doesn't matter how they got here. They are a blessing to be here.
So I'm sure that you've probably had the conversations just with your son in terms of, look, when you have a lot going on, this is what you don't get to do when it comes to as your mother.
And we have gone through counseling, therapy, and stuff like that. And I explained it to him, and he was like, "Well, Mom, I'm sorry. I was way out of line. I was just under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and I wasn't talking about it. And I just blew up. All I'm hearing you telling me, get out of my house and don't ever come back. And I just blew up. I just exploded."
Well, let him know, child. If he blow up again, girl, you call me from over here in Alabama, and we together, okay?
Listen, if I didn't have a lot, look, I have too much on the line to lose Melanie. But the old Marie, the 18-year-old Marie, I would have got my gun and blew them kneecaps off. But we don't want to do that. We don't body slam, but we have to do it together because I'm sure he's probably kind of tall and stuff. So we have to slam together. But with prayer, Melanie, with prayer, with faith, my faith in God. I feel like there is nothing that we cannot overcome as a family. We are a praying family. We pray together. We eat dinner together. We do everything together. We travel together. So I come from a family that's really, really close. Yes, a praying family. And my daddy always taught me, Mel, and I know I come off as, very direct and don't play games with people. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That way people cannot misunderstand you. They can't twist your words and say, well, I thought you meant this and I thought you meant that. No, just say what what it is. No sugar.
Don't sugar. And that's what I say. So can't nobody ever say, well, I thought you was, no. You can never say what you thought, because I'm going to say exactly what I mean, the way I mean it. And that's what I'm going to say. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, big facts. And sometimes it's hard, Marie. Let me say this, and I want you to just be encouraging this. Sometimes it's hard. People are so used to, hear me clearly, people are so used to people being fake in life that when there's someone who's absolutely honest, transparent, real, because you shared some very authentic, open, transparent moments in your life for the world to see, are very transparent and real like that. People been so used to people around them being fake, they can't deal with real people.
And that's the thing, Mel. One thing about me, I'm gonna speak for me. I'm the realest they may talk about me and they may say this about Marie and that about Marie, but at the end of the day, I'm the realest they gonna ever see. And when I have a friend, if I'm your friend, I'm loyal. I love hard. I'm very territorial. So if you cross me, you got a real problem on your hand, because I give my all when I'm in a friendship. I'm not going to backdoor you. I'm not going to stab you in your back. I'm not going to do anything like that. I'm 100% loyal when I'm in a friendship.
Right.
I'm just loyal like that, Melody.
Yep, absolutely.
I love hard.
You know, what's your sign? I'm a Scorpio. What are you?
I'm a Pisces.
I
love hard.
He's a Pisces, y'all.
Yes, I love hard, Melody. From your friend, I'm your friend. I don't care if we don't speak no more. We have differences. I'm not going to disclose anything that we've discussed. I don't care what we are having a disagreement about. I'm loyal. I'm taking it to my grave. And each one of my friends in my life, in my real life, they know.
Yeah.
I'm Maria's loyal. Me and my friends been friends since way back high school, elementary school.
And that's something that we share, because Scorpios are considered very loyal people too. And I think
loyal.
Just loyal, okay? And loyal. So I always say this thing, I'll be like, there's a Scorpio about it. Because, you know, we love hard, we're loyal, you know, and we also hold friendship very dear to us. But if you cross us, back us up in a corner if you want to, we gonna strike. And that's kind of how it goes, you know?
And that's how I am, Maya. You know, I'm very easygoing. You know, I'm a very loving person. You know, if I'm popping off about something, you can rest assured this. Marie not going off for no reason. Somebody triggered her, and somebody did through the rock, and they hit their hands. If you see me popping off, that means somebody did something that you don't see. Okay?
Fact.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a fact. I'm just not going to pop off for no reason.
Absolutely. And this is what I say, too, when it comes to reality TV. You know, I tell, for the people who have things to say, oh, you seem mean, or you seem this, or you seem bougie, or you seem that. I will say, imagine a camera capturing the toughest conversations, the toughest and hardest moments, the most vulnerable moments in your life, and all of that being pushed together in a 45, 50-minute slot. And that's all you seeing.
That's all they see.
Look mean and like a, you know what, too, okay?
Exactly.
But in real life, there are people that I have in my life who are like, oh my gosh, Mel, you are so humble. You're so sweet. You're so this. You smell so kind. She'll give you her last. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it confused is my point. So y'all know Marie, Bell Collective Marie, what y'all seeing on TV for this hour or 45 minutes.
They seeing a character.
However,
I'm just saying.
No, but I know what you're saying. That doesn't mean that that's Marie 365 days of the year.
Exactly.
Y'all just hit some of the toughest moments in her life. So y'all try to be a little nice out there. Sip high. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say none at all. How about that?
But that's real though, man. That's real talk. It's real talk. It's real talk.
But like, stay encouraged. You know, keep pushing. Take advantage of this amazing opportunity. You know, Mississippi is my next door neighbor. I actually used to do work in Mississippi when I was in the property preservation industry. So I've been to Mississippi multiple times. I would just say, keep pushing. Y'all keep going. Y'all are all beautiful, talented.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Bell Collective is lit. Y'all where it's at right now. You know, Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're doing our thing too.
Oh yeah, y'all doing it over there now. Look, Melanie. I never watched reality TV. Mm-hmm. I never watched it because I never had time to, watch TV, period. I never had time to do it. But, you know, I do plan to sit down and watch more of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Please do. Please do. Just like you.
Check y'all out. Yeah.
Like y'all, very transparent, very real. Carlos, kudos to Carlos King. I'm sure you're on this live. Kudos to him and his entire team. Just always making sure that we're transparent and making sure we're giving our audience the real. And I think that's what makes people relate, you know, so much. Now I have one more question though, because I want to know this.
What?
Now, were you ladies friends before the show, or were y'all casted kind of together?
Letitia and I met Letitia before the show.
Okay.
Through my business partner and my sister, Essie.
Okay.
So she's my business partner. I met Letitia through Essie by attending Letitia brunches. Now, Letitia hadn't just started brunches. She's been brunching for years, and put on a immaculate brunch. Hands down. Very empowering. So I met Letitia through there, but the other ladies, I didn't know them prior to Bell Collective. I heard of Tamara Cherie, but I didn't know her personally. But the other ladies, I never heard of them.
Because I'm gonna tell Marie real quick now. That first episode when you said something about Latrice's hair.
But now, Melanie, what you just say? What was the statement you just made about how you can film for 3 hours and they're gonna get 3 minutes of that episode?
So was there a trigger before what we saw?
Of course.
Okay, that's all we gotta say. That's it. Okay, so y'all heard
more said than that. It was more said.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So we heard straight from Marie. There was a little bit more.
It was more than what the viewers saw me popping off. But why did I pop off?
All right. So look, y'all quit trying to make it like Marie is just a pop off queen around here.
But that's okay, Melody. They can look. I can handle it. I can take it. Because if they're talking about me, if they're talking about me, that means I'm popping. So just let them. That's fine. They let them. I mean, I'll be defending myself all day, every day. If I try to convince every person, it wasn't like that. So if that's what they want to think, then I can't convince them otherwise, and I'm not gonna try to. But I know, and God knows what happened. So I don't have to. But look, all they have to do is keep watching. Keep watching.
All the people watching right now. Y'all know too. So boom, there it is.
That's right. And look, they need to keep tuning in every Friday, 10 o'clock, 9 Central. Watch Bell Collective. They're gonna find out. They're gonna get the tea on everything. They're gonna find out who real. They're gonna find out who fake, and they're gonna find out what's what. They're gonna find out what's good. But don't try to backpedal now. Keep it 100.
They do that. It's so many people in the beginning. I can remember loving Marriage Huntsville. They tried to make me out to be the villain, to be the mean girl, this, that, and other. Then them same people come right back and be trying to be close.
Stay right on over there.
And it's like, don't make a judgment too quick. Watch the whole season. Watch your whole season. So, awesome. Well, Marie, like I said, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry to hear about the divorce. I didn't know that had happened, but you got this. I can tell you from one soon to be divorcee to another. You got this. Shining, you smile every single day. You wake up.
I have so much to be thankful for.
That's right. And you keep pushing.
Oh,
period.
Absolutely.
Period. Awesome. Well, I had fun with you tonight, girl. And I'm about to go over here.
We gotta catch up soon.
But my number, my DM, I think we see each other's number, so let's definitely chat again for sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, awesome. All right,
love y'all. Thank you. And I'm turning my camera